Welcome back, everyone. For the past 5 years, a local church has made it their mission to give back to their community by donating to local organizations and causes that help those in need. So this morning, I'm just so happy to be joined by the pastor of South Euclid United Church of Christ, Reverend Courtney Jenkins. And Pastor Courtney, now we're not talking small change here. Over the past 5 years, over $135,000, and it all resulted from the tithe.
Correct.
So explain that to us.
Well, first of all, we are a church that encourages tithing.
Yes.
And we understand as a modern day, I'm a millennial. So growing up, it was 10%.
Right.
But now I'm like, can you just set aside a percentage? Like, let's consistency.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And so when the pandemic hit in 2020, Alfred Street Baptist Church in Arlington, Virginia, allowed us to apply for their Tithe the Tithe. And it funded our food pantry, which is a $30,000 operation at our church to make sure we could continue to feed people during the pandemic. Mm-hmm. And I was inspired by that, and we were blessed by that. Let's model that. And so the following year, we say during the month of Lent, now we already give away significantly to the community, but during the month of Lent, we take 10% of our offering and we give it back to the community. We are not a wealthy congregation. We are everyday Clevelanders pooling our resources together to make sure not just that we can provide for our community, but we can provide for Greater Cleveland in a variety of ways.
Oh, that is so good and it's so needed. And this year, the National Alliance on Mental Illness was the organization. We have this video to show people. You presented a check, $22,000. That's not small change either. Tell me about that.
It was certainly an act of faith, and I name that. It's a difficult economy right now, right? Gas. But we gave, and we thought we pick a cause every year. And this year we thought, with all that the world is navigating, and as a congregation that believes wholeheartedly, not just in prayer, but also in mental health, we have a therapist on our staff at the church. We wanted to make sure we could continue to serve the broader community, to make sure that people have the resources available for strong mental health and to be of service in our communities.
Courtney, I got to say something. You have been an advocate for mental health as a pastor, you know, where a lot of people just want to say pray it away, but you have come forward in such a strong way, emphasizing the need for prayer and counseling. How has that helped your congregation and people who come to your church?
I think it's created a safety.
Yeah.
I think number one, I think it's created a safety that who I am and the thoughts in my mind are okay. We're under old school religious tones. Those things are not seen that way. You're judged, you're demonized, told you are demonic. Where for us, we recognize science, we recognize chemistry, and we see all those things as things of God. Yeah. We're created in the image and likeness of God. God knits us together, and there is no different is not deficient. And so we provide the avenue and the safety for that. I've had to navigate my own mental health with depression and anxiety, but I continue to trust that the combination of spiritual work and therapy. Let's think about AA. It's also spiritual work. Yeah. It's also a form of therapy, and people find their healing path.
Wow, that is so powerful. And some other things before you go, some other places that tithe the tithe, some other things you guys have been able to do.
We've done some great things. Yeah. Our first year, we gave $30,000 to make sure that people could stay in their homes, particularly seasoned saints, older people, that's what we call them, because they could pay their mortgages, but maybe not their property taxes. Then there was the year where we partnered with Tri-C and Cleveland State University, and we gave $20,000 for students who are seniors, graduating seniors, who had deficits to make sure they could cross the stage. We had the year that we paid off credit card debt for people in the congregation. We had the year where we funded small nonprofits with micro grants, and then to this year. So it has just been a beautiful opportunity for our congregation to seek the need and to demonstrate, and I really want to emphasize this, I may not be able to do it individually. We hear a lot about people with big checks. Yeah. But we put our resources together, and together we're able to do amazing work.
Together we can do great things. Yes. Man, I feel like I got a word right there. Okay, we're going to Pastor Courtney Jenkins, we thank you for being here today, and keep up the great work. It is making a difference in the lives of so many people.